Hey guys, Sort of 5 here with episode number 45, I believe this is, of our West Brom career mode on FIFA 20. Kicking it off at St James's Park, or the Sports Direct Stadium or Arena, whatever you want to call it. But we're taking on Newcastle. And the first chance comes 16 minutes in. They drill the ball across the face of the goal. But luckily for us, Jamal Lewis is at the back post to recover that ball. He plays it up to Hakan Çalhanoğlu. And it's just one man making a run. It is Marlon. Breaks through that back line, one-on-one with the keeper, tries to be a bit cocky, tries to round the keeper, can't quite do so, and it will be cleared away, unfortunately. Maybe we should have just been more clinical and actually put that one away, but the cockiness kind of came out there. As Jamal Lewis plays the ball up to Dave Scott down this left-hand side, centrally into Marlon, gets the better of his man, our former player there, Ajay, out wide to James. James going to play it then to Chukwueze. Chukwueze through on goal, strikes it, and he's just palmed it straight into the path of Dave Scott, who tucks that one into the open net. A very nice little finish there. 1-0 to West Brom, away from home. And it's Dave Scott with a goal, one of our youngsters. Marlon there with a lovely little roulette, and he's pretty much through on goal there. Apart from that brilliant tackle there by Ajay that forces it wide. Well, forces the ball away from him. It was a brilliant tackle. Well timed there. Because if he'd missed that, it probably would have been a red card. But Çalhanoğlu plays it back to Chukwueze, a little 1-2 between them. He's going to just drill this one across to the back post to Dave Scott. Can't quite win the header, but from that resulting corner, Chukwueze whips the ball across. Marlon can't get on the end of it. Dubravka's going to punch it away, but only as far as Reece James, who can't win the header. Harper's going to try and win the ball off St Maxime, who in the end actually just plays it right back to us. As Tonali plays the ball to Harper. He threads one through to Reece James. Reece James holds it back, cuts it across to Marlon. First shot was blocked, cleared away. Tonali once again wins the header down to Chukwueze, nodded into Harper this time. Çalhanoğlu cuts outside to Dave Scott, takes a touch, strikes it. Dave Scott's got his second of the game. It's the brace. 2-0 to West Brom, and away from home. Really good result, especially at Newcastle Stadium. It's a tough place to go. It's one of the biggest stadiums in the Premier League, and we are performing very, very well here. As just past the hour mark, Reece James plays the ball up to Chukwueze, turns and plays it to Çalhanoğlu. He's got one man in the middle in Marlon. Chukwueze is making a run in behind. Plays it to Chukwueze. Brilliant left-footed strike there. If you remember, Chukwueze's first game of his West Brom career was against Newcastle when he tore shit up. But unfortunately, he hasn't scored in this game. With 10 minutes left in the game, Joelinton plays the ball through to St Maxime. He lays it across to Almiron. Almiron then just plays it right into the path of one of our players. As they do win it back with Akone. Akone plays it to Lopez, then plays it to St Maxime. He gets tackled once again. We play the ball to Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu to Reece James. James to Chukwueze down this right-hand side. They are a brilliant team. And he's got the better of the defence. He's through on goal. Lays it across to Çalhanoğlu. First time strike. Low, hard driven. Brilliant little goal. 3-0 is going to be the final score of this game. 3 goals, 3 points. And you love to see it. Dave Scott with 2 goals as well. Really impressive. And he probably heard what I said about Alvarez and how Alvarez will probably get into the first team ahead of him when he's a high enough rating. But yeah, it's a great result. 2 goals for Dave Scott. Overall great performance. And yeah, it's just, we now have a team that is good enough to beat these lower to mid-table teams with ease. It's just these higher top 6 teams we need to worry about if we want to win the Premier League and get Champions League spaces. But we're in the FA Cup. This is a competition I want to win. And I'm just going to show the goals for this one, because the next game is the second leg against Real Madrid, and it is a very, very big game. Alvarez just skipping past tackles there. Lays it across to Ollie Burke at the back post, who just drills it into the near post. It's a really nice goal. Alvarez just set that one up perfectly. Skipping past tackles. Perfectly weighted ball to Burke, and it's just a nice little goal. 1 minute left in the first half. Gallardo gets a red card. Poor tackle, poor timing, and it's just, he's going to miss the next game in the FA Cup now, basically, as on the counter-attack from our own corner here, our defence is just not quick enough. Obviously, we're playing the youth team still. Bruno just can't keep up with Borre. Borre's got a man in the middle to aim at, and it's Dwight McNeil. 72 minutes into the game, he levels the scores 1-1. And we've got 10 men. There's 20 minutes left in the game with a chance still. Here is Melbourne. Whips the ball across. Alvarez can't win the header. It's going to go all the way back to Hunono. Hopefully not another opportunity for them as we play the ball to Alvarez. Alvarez dribbles around, finds some space through to Livermore. Livermore drills across the space, the face of goal, to Ollie Burke, who is there to tuck it home, and he makes it 2-1. And that's how the game's going to end. We're through to the next round of the FA Cup, which is going to be the semi-finals. Which, hey, we're one step away from the final, and we will be taking on Manchester City in the semi-finals. And I can't remember if the FA Cup semi-finals are at Wembley, or if they're two legs. I think they're at Wembley. But we're taking on Real Madrid at the Bernabéu. It's a lovely looking stadium. And the first chance came there after we tried to head it back to the keeper. And it, luckily for us, actually came off the crossbar. As 20 minutes into the game, we skipped forward slightly. Real Madrid are just passing it around the midfield. They're at their home stadium this time. They're a lot more comfortable. As Hazard just charges down this left-hand side, whips one across to the back post. Asensio nods it down. We try and clear it away. We can't quite do that. As Heung-min Son lays the ball off to Asensio. Dribbles out some weight. Finds some space for Sakai. And at the near post, Sakai just drills that one past Collins. It is 1-0 to Real Madrid. And as it stands on aggregate, they will be going through. Just a couple of minutes later, though, Çalhanoğlu plays the ball to Harper. Back to Çalhanoğlu. A little 1-2 between them. Drills it then into Tonali. Tonali to Hakan Çalhanoğlu. First time to Marlon. Marlon to Çalhanoğlu. Drills it through to Tonali. And on that left foot, on his weaker foot, scores in the right-hand corner. And it is now 1-1. As it stands, this game will go to penalties if it remains this way. As we play the ball back to Collins, he's going to dink it over the top of the attacking line of, well, the pressing line, basically, of Real Madrid. And he finds Çalhanoğlu. He plays it to Marlon. Marlon plays it to Harper. 1-2 between them. Marlon through on goal. And he just sneaks that one in at the near post. I don't know how he did that, but he sneaks it in at the near post. And it's 2-1. This game can no longer go to penalties or extra time. We will have a winner in the 90 minutes. And as it stands, it is us with our 2 away goals. 42 minutes into the game, though, just before half-time. Heung-min Son dribbles past Tomori. He wins the ball, but he also gets the man in the process. It's going to be another penalty. Can Collins save another Hazard penalty? Yes, he can. Collins this time saves it. See there? He slide tackled. That was holding square to clear the ball away. And then Heung-min Son scores on the rebound. So if that had actually cleared the ball away, it would still be 2-2. No, 2-1, sorry. But unfortunately for us, it did not work. Pogba turns. Great save by Collins there. Very good reactions to keep that one out the back of the net. As we move to the 62nd minute, Eden Hazard plays the ball back to Paul Pogba. Pogba to Casemiro. Strikes it, hits the post, comes back, and we do clear it away. Very fortunate once again. They're peppering us this second half. They want that goal. They clear away the corner here from our taking. Lewis heads it up the field. Diallo can't get past Isco, who wins the ball off of him. And there's a counter-attack for Real Madrid here. Vinicius Jr. on the ball. He's going to play it across to Paul Pogba. Pogba's going to play it to Mendy. Ferland Mendy to Hazard. 1-2 between them. Works really well down this left-hand side. Mendy's going to get away from Tonali, who's not the quickest. Hazard's making that delayed run. Vinicius Jr. header. Hazard, first time in at the near post. He'd made that delayed run. No one had picked him up because of that. And he had the time in the space, and he tucked it home. It's 3-2. Real Madrid are now going through. 73 minutes in, Ferland Mendy dinks the ball over the top to Vinicius Jr. Heads it down to Jovic. Plays it back to Isco. Isco up to Eden Hazard. Hazard turns, finds Jovic. First time strike with the outside of his boot. 4-2 to Real Madrid. They're running a rampant now. 15 minutes left in the game. We need 2 goals. And as it stands, that's definitely not happening because Real Madrid they're just running on all cylinders. They're doing brilliant here as Isco. Isco's charging forward. He plays it through to Ferland Mendy. First time strike out that near post. It's the easiest way to beat the keeper on this game. And Real Madrid know that. I think all of their goals have come at the near post. As we're on the attack here, we try and get a goal back, but nope, they win back the ball. Sanchez to Pogba. Pogba to Jovic. Jovic is going to play it out wide to Ferland Mendy. There's a minute left in this game. The game's already over pretty much. There's a 3-goal difference between us, but they are not done. As Vinicius Jr. plays the ball through to Mendy. Mendy drills one across to Jovic. And it's 6-2. We were 2-1 up, and we end up losing the game 6-2. 7-3 on aggregate. We will be going home in the Champions League. And that is very unfortunate, really, but we can now focus on the FA Cup and the league. But yeah, we're out of the Champions League. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace. See you in the next episode.